We are going to begin this evening with a vicious attack that again raises questions about the criminal justice system. A woman on her way to work at Kennedy Airport was pummeled to the ground, punched and then kicked at the AirTrain station in Howard Beach. This video is from security cameras at that station. Police did make an arrest, and it turns out the suspect has a long history of attacking people. The victim spoke exclusively to Eyewitness News reporter Injay Burkett.
Do you know how scared I am now? I was never a person to be scared.
Elizabeth Gomes was beaten so badly, she stands to lose the vision in her right eye. Her head throbs with pain, and she's barely slept in a week. Not since she was attacked in the Howard Beach AirTrain station 6 days ago.
I can't see anything on my right side, honestly. And it just hurts.
Elizabeth was on her way to work at JFK. She had just gotten off the A train and was headed up the stairs to the AirTrain platform when she was attacked from behind. Smashed in the head with a bottle, and she never saw it coming. In the MTA's surveillance video, Elizabeth is dragged across the concourse and slammed headlong into a wall. She is punched mercilessly and kicked repeatedly. When a man tries to intervene, he is chased away before the suspect turns back to Elizabeth and kicks her 5 times before he calmly walks away into the transit system. She says he was muttering incoherently about Satan in the moments before the attack.
He's talking about the devil. He's talking about a whole bunch of nonsense.
Her husband is heartbroken and furious.
Man, I watch a video and I tear my heart out. You hear me?
The suspect was later arrested, identified by police as 41-year-old Wahid Foster. In 1995, law enforcement sources say Foster was arrested for murdering his 82-year-old foster grandmother in a brutal beating at the age of 14. 6 years later, he was arrested for stabbing his 21-year-old sister with a screwdriver. And in 2010, arrested for attacking 3 workers at the Creedmoor Psychiatric Center where he was an inpatient. He was on parole at the time of last week's attack. It happened at 5:15 a.m. Elizabeth says there were no police officers anywhere in the station. No one to prevent the attack, and no one on the scene to respond to it.
Every day is an incident in the subway. What happened to all these police officers? They said they will have there to protect us, to be there. There's like nobody to be found. I don't understand.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashir Merkah HaKodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and rule well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashir Merkah HaKodash, Barakatam. It's the brother Kazak coming back at it again with another lesson. All right, and the title of this lesson is going to be, This is Why You Women Need Men. All right, and what you just saw, this clip, man, a brutal beating that took place on the subway station because, basically a woman, who was the victim, it said, woman, beaten in a subway station after refusing a man's advances. Basically she rejected a dude and, he went in and cracked hit her in the head with a bottle and went to work and went to town on her, man. You know what I'm saying? He fucking brutally beat her up, And some guy, tried to step in, he got ran out. You know what I'm saying? Which, hey, man, in Jacob's trouble, we're not going to be trying to be out here trying to save you women, man. All right? It's either you come correct, you get in line, or you're just going to be left to face the elements. All right? That's getting ready to come. And these are the elements. This is just a sneak preview of what's getting ready to come, man. All right? As you see, the dude was a whole spirit of vengeance. 14 years old, he beat his foster grandmother to death, at 82 years old, which, you don't know what may have been going on in that household, But 6 years later, he goes to stab his sister with a screwdriver at 21. You know, he in a psychiatric hospital. He beating up people in there too. All right. And more importantly, okay, is what he was saying when, you know, according to the woman, you know, when he was beating her up, man. You know, a whole bunch of satanic things. You know, a whole bunch of, you know, devil things. You know, he was just ranting and raving about that. You know, and that's a key indicator that there was a spirit of vengeance. Now, she could have been killed right then and there. Yahweh Shem Yahushua had mercy on her. You know, hey, who knows, man? You know, but anyways, Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. And it reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. All right. And who's that him that made them? That's the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay. And these spirits that are created for vengeance, these are your Jeffrey Dahmers, your serial killers. You know, these are your Ted Bundys. You know what I'm saying? These are the spirits that are created for vengeance, man. All right. And what did the scripture say about that? That in the time of destruction, all right, they pour out their force. Meaning that all these, you know, little weirdos and, you know, little psychopaths that's, you know, basically in this society, because, hey, you best believe you got those in the society, man. All right. You best believe you got them little, you know, weirdos. They can't do anything because, you know, 911 and the police is going to stop them. You know, or maybe they are, but, you know, they behind closed doors, you know, of course, you know, but when all hell breaks loose and there is no more 911, all these motherfuckers is going to come out and man, hey, as the scripture says, they're going to appease the wrath of him that made them. Okay, meaning they're going to be doing a lot of killing. All right, you women, primarily, you're going to be getting, you know, snatched up, raped, killed, tortured, children too, you know, because that's the times that we're in. All right, a lot of judgments is going to happen. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is bringing a lot of judgment onto the world. All right. And another thing that was noteworthy in the video, all right, was the fact that, you know, at the last, you know, the news anchor and the woman, you know, which she was basically the one making mention of this, you know, is them acknowledging the fact that there was nobody to stop this from happening. So this woman was completely at this man's mercy. He could have kept on stomping her out. He could have dragged her away. You know, killed her, you know, had his way with her, and nobody would be able to stop it. All right. That's why I said the Lord had mercy on her, man. And this ain't no, you know, celebratory thing. This thing is deadly serious, man. All right. And it shows that, look, man, we make these videos to get on you women. All right. And it's not because we have some weird, you know, hatred towards women. No, we care about our women, man. You know what I'm saying? We really care about our women, you know, but at the same time, we ain't no simp ass Captain Saberhose, man. You know what I'm saying? It's either our way or the highway. And this is the highway. All right. This is where the highway leads you. OK, simply put, this is where the highway leads you, man. All right. And the scriptures talk about this. OK, let's go into it. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. All right, because the time that is coming is as a time of never before. All right. Matter of fact, let me see. We could start with you know what? We're just gonna get Isaiah chapter 32 and 9, and then bring out a couple more here and there. All right. But anyways, it reads Isaiah chapter 32 and 9, and it reads, all right, Salakia, rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech. Exactly. Rise up, you women that are at ease, man, because you women are at ease here. See, this devil gave you some benefits, you know, so you could, what's the word? Basically, you know, have your own program, and, you know, you don't have to depend on the man. You know, he gave you a 911, right? So that you could have some type of security, you know, and you live, you know, by yourself or whatever, you know. But when these things are out the way, all right, when these things are done away with, and they are being done away with, okay, the society is going to collapse. All right. 911 is not going to be there for you anymore. that ease is gonna be a thing of the past. It's gonna be a dream. It's gonna be like a dream. You know, oh, you know, look how good we had it before all hell break loose and this and that. And then guess what? Now you're in danger because it's Jacob's trouble. You know, there's no 911. You're completely left to the mercy of the elements of a collapsed society. So rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech. Right, careless and at ease. Because this queendom, and that's why we call this place a queendom, all right? Not a kingdom, but a queendom. It caters to women, all right? That's why cities here, what are they called? Metropolis. The word metropolis comes from the root word metro, which means woman or mother, if I'm not mistaken, all right? It basically means a woman. It's a feminine word, all right? Salakia, you know, hopefully I didn't get it wrong, you know, but basically it means a city for women. You know, and that's what this place is, a place that caters to women. It's a queendom. All right. So therefore, you know, our women are going to be at ease and they're going to be careless. They're going to be under an illusion that they don't need a man, that they don't depend on a man for anything. And they're getting ready to have a rude wake up call. All right. Verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. Yup. For the vintage shall fail. And what's the vintage? The benefits that this devil gives them, man. All right. The little benefits, the little, you know, all the goodies that they enjoy here in the society, all that's going to come to an end. All right. The gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats and for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. All right. And that's what's going to be happening in Jacob's trouble. You're going to be catching hell, all manner of hell. And I don't mean some little, you know, mid hell. I mean real hell. I'm talking Book of Eli type hell. You know, where you get taken out. You know what I'm saying? You get snatched up. That's the type of hell you're going to be catching. You're going to be getting sold, traded. You're going to become a commodity. Here it is, you over here walking around with your head in the fucking clouds because, you know, you got a few men that's gawking over you in the Instagram. In Jacob's trouble, it might be you who gets sold for a loaf of bread. You know? All this pride, man. All this pride. And that led to a whole bunch of men out there in the world to be sexually frustrated. They go, man, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai has the stage set for judgment, man. Okay? If you really observe everything that's happening in the world, you'll see that everything is culminating unto our deliverance and at the same time unto the destruction of the wicked. And a lot of you women are going to fall into that lot, being destroyed with the wicked, because y'all are wicked too. All right? You so-called Black, Latina, Native American women. You are not with the Israelite man. You have never been on our side. Okay? Isaiah 32:11. Salakia. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Yeah. Basically, humble yourselves, man. Tremble. Because this is your future. All right? That's your future right there. If you don't get yourself right, this is going to be your future, man. Okay? This is going to be your future. All right? Continuing on. All right, Salakia. Verse 12. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines. Yep, we went into that. You know, they're going to be looking back on how good it was when, you know, Babylon was still, you know what I'm saying, was still, you know, functional, right? Continuing on, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city, because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the city shall be left, the forts and towers shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks. Yeah, because society's going to break down. Okay, let's get to another one. All right, tinkling. There it is right there. Boom. Right there. All right, these are the judgments that are going to come upon you, women. Okay? The book of Isaiah chapter 3 verse 16, and it reads, moreover, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling of their feet. And this is a very, I don't want to even say accurate. This is a spot on description. All right. This is a perfect description of the state of the Israelite woman today. Okay. That is a perfect description. All right. Let's get into it. Moreover, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. Okay. Haughty, meaning proud. You Black, Latina, Native American women, proud. All these requirements, all these standards. That here it is, you're defiled. You got children. You know, it's a complete double standard. You know, the whole dating game is completely messed up, man. You got more and more men. You know, you look at social media, you look at the memes, you look at the shorts, the reels. You know, all the motivational stuff. You know, you really got a lot of men out there that's pissed off at you women, man. You know, so when you take 911 away, you're gonna be left to their mercy. You know, that's the last thing that the woman said. You know, hey man, I gotta make mention of it again. You know, well, where was the police? They said that the police was gonna be here, and yeah, ain't no police. No, all hell's breaking loose, man. All right, and when in Jacob's trouble, when all hell really breaks loose, yeah, ain't gonna be no police, man. 911 is gonna be looking for 911. All right, so continuing on, and it reads, all right, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Yeah, that goes into the harlotry, man. All right, stretch forth necks, wanton eyes, because they out there, you know, flirting around. You know, they out there, you know, being as harlots, you know, adulterous, you know, in that wickedness, right? Walking and mincing as they go, making tinkling with their feet. You know, that's what they do. All that jewelry on. You know, they got the high heels on, right? That's what makes it tinkling with their feet. You know, continuing on. Verse 17. So this is your average, you know, Israelite woman that's on the bad bitch movement. Verse 17. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughter of Zion, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will discover their secret parts. All right, so there it is right there, and that's something that already, you know, happened. You know, the so-called black woman, you know, she got smit in the scab of the crown. Basically, the Lord took away their hair. The Lord gave them baldness for their pride and wickedness, man. All right, and that's something that, you know, the southern kingdom had to go through. The northern kingdom didn't have to go through. You know, but you got things the northern kingdom goes through that the southern kingdom didn't have to go through, man. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, all right, the northern kingdom is still going to get judged all the same. Verse 18, in that day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet. Oh, yeah. Yep, there it is, bravery. And it's crazy how the word, you know, the scriptures uses certain words, because it is a brave thing. You know, they go out there, you know, getting all this attention to themselves. But guess what? He's gonna take away the bravery. All right, because really a woman should not want to have all this attention on herself. A woman should not want all these men to be, you know, lusting after her, you know, because at the end of the day, that's not good attention. All right, because then, you know, you have more men lusting after you. They're gonna take you, you know, especially in this wicked ass kingdom, man, in this wicked ass queendom. All right, verse 3. That's like Isaiah 3:18. I'll read it again. In that day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet. All right, and another reason why too is because they're going to be trying to hide. Okay, in that day, in Jacob's trouble, they're going to be knowing what's going to happen. You know what they're basically going to witness and see what's going to happen to the women. You know, so therefore the Lord's going to take away the bravery of them trying to flaunt. You know, them trying to seek attention. All right, but anyways, continuing on, it reads about their feet and their calls and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings, the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, right? The Gucci, the Fendi, the Prada, finna turn into nada. All right, and the mantles and the wimples and the crispy pins, the glasses, the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. Yup, that's going to be in Jacob's trouble there, man. Because why? The infrastructure is going to be completely broken down. All right, you're not going to be able to even go out there and buy, you know, and obtain these things, even if you wanted to. All right, because these things are going to be getting taken, they're going to be getting looted. All right, and that's what's going to happen. Okay, anyways, continuing on, and the reason it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink. All right, you know, and going into that, all right, they're not going to be able to take showers. All right, because as I mentioned, you know, the whole infrastructure is going to be down. Ain't going to be no running water. All right, continuing on, and it says, hey man, all hell hasn't even broken loose yet, and they're trying to cut the water off, man. Talking about, oh, you gotta, you know, we have to regulate how much water we spend, how much energy we spend, and here it is, all hell hasn't even broken loose yet. So imagine when all hell does break loose, man. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to take showers anymore. Instead of a sweet smell, there's gonna be a stink. And hey man, and then you gotta factor in the cycle, man. It ain't gonna be a good day, man. Continuing on, and instead of a girdle of rent, and instead of a well-set hair baldness, yep, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty, yeah, because they're gonna be in the elements. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. Yeah, that goes for all the little, you know, the little gremlins that these women wanna, you know, chase. You know, the athletic jakes and the gangster jakes and whatnot. You know, the scammers and whatnot. These people are gonna get drafted, man. All right, them jakes is gonna get drafted to fight the third woe. Okay, continuing on, verse 26, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit on the ground. Yep, that's what's going to happen. All right, but even more than that, all right, she's going to be completely desolate. It's not a good thing to be completely desolate, man. All right, because then you're at the mercy of whatever, whoever. All right, to be desolate is to be by yourself. You know, what do the scriptures say? Where there is no defense, there the spoil is taken. All right. So book of Micah, chapter 7 and 10. This is going to be the ultimate end result of all you women that don't get yourselves right, man. All right. Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me. Oh, and before we continue on with this, all right, the first part, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. Right. Because you got women. See, here's the thing, man. It's a balance. You have women that are, you have, you know, so-called Black, Latino, Native American women that are sincere. They're doing the right thing, you know, and then we don't, hey, man, as long as you're doing the right thing, you know, just keep on with the keep on. Right. But then you have those of our women, which are, I would say the majority. OK, the vast majority of our women. All right. That are on that serpent juice, man. So therefore, you know, sleeping with the serpent, you know what I'm saying, which is figuratively for, and not just figuratively, hey man, a lot of times literally, you know, that means that she's going to be more on his side than us. She's going to have that natural, I don't know, desire, whatever it is to rebel against us, the men of Israel, man. All right, so this is who this is mainly talking about. All right, because this really goes back to the curses as well. Okay, let me see if we could get on that. All right. And I don't want to be all over the place, you know, but things will connect. All right. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Let me see, verse 56. All right. And it reads, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward a young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for the want of all things secretly in the sieges, siege and straightness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. Yeah, because that's going into future prophecy, you know, and sometimes, you know, and also this was displayed in different times in the ancient times. You know, primarily a good example is when Nebuchadnezzar, all right, the Babylonian king, or was it the emperor or whatever, you know, he was putting a siege on Jerusalem. You know, what were the women doing? They were eating their children, man. That's why the scripture says in Lamentations 4 and 10, the hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children, and they were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. All right, and this was something that actually, took place, cannibalism in Israel, man. All right, because they were under siege from our enemies. All right, but anyways, Deuteronomy, that's what Deuteronomy 28 and 57 was going into. That's another reason why we're not on no Captain Saberho thing, man. Because we understand that the nation is the only those that's gonna get right is gonna get right, and the ones that can't get right are only gonna wax worse and worse. All right, but at the end of the day, at the end of it all, the 2/3 is gonna come back in the kingdom. So we're not really worried about y'all, not making it on this side. Lo, when we're of the elect. Deuteronomy 28 verse 56. I'm gonna read this part again. This was the key point. All right, it reads, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot on the ground for delicateness and tenderness." Yeah, man. Oh, how the times have changed, right? "Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter." So that's the curse. All right. We have, a lot of our women, majority of our women are rebellious. All right. They have that evil lie towards us. They'd rather be in bed with the enemy than support us and be with us, man. All right. So what does the scripture say about that? Okay. Micah 7:10. "Then she that is mine enemy shall see it." Right. So she that is mine enemy, "and shame shall cover her which said unto me, Where is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power?" Right. Because that's really a question in a scoffing type of tone. All right. "Where is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power?" All right. That's something you would ask if you want to scoff at somebody. "Mine eye shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the streets." Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Get trodden down, basically ran through as the mire in the streets. And that's the end result if you don't get yourselves right. All right. That's the end result for the women of our nations that don't get themselves right. All right. I don't meant to say nations, nation. All right. Continuing on. Isaiah chapter 32. Okay. And we're going to go to verse 2. All right. Because now we go transition into why, what a man is going to be in the time of Jacob's trouble. Not just any man, but an elect man. All right. Isaiah chapter 32 and 2. And it reads, "And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, and as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land." That's what an elect man is going to be in Jacob's trouble, man. A hiding place from the wind. Basically a deliverance, a protection. All right. Because you women gonna need protection in Jacob's trouble, man. Okay. It says, "In a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." Yup. That's what it is. All right. As a covering from, as a shelter from a storm. You in the desert, you come across a river. That's what it is, man. Protection and what's it called, and provision of resources. Because in Jacob's trouble, what's gonna happen? We're gonna be eating, man. All right. What does it say? Let me see. Jeremiah chapter 51. Oh no, Salaki, it's not chapter 51. Hold on. Yeah, it was Isaiah chapter 65. All right. So what do the scriptures say in Jacob's trouble? Isaiah chapter 65 verse 13. "Therefore thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai our power. Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be afraid." So again, not afraid, but ye shall be ashamed. "Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of the heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of the heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirits." Meaning the elect is going to be taken care of in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right. So you either get right and humble down and get yourself with a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, or you get left out to the elements. And don't come with that pride ass shit talking about some, oh, I'm reserving myself to Yahweh Shai. That's out of order, man. All right, and extremely disrespectful. But anyways, Lord willing, you know, the point has been made, you know, lesson has been edifying. Not, well, the point has been made, you know what I'm saying? But Lord willing, the lesson has been edifying. All right, so with that, I'm going to say, call halal, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashir Merkah HaKodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. All right, Lord willing, this lesson, you know, what's good is an exhortation unto the sisters out there, sincere sisters out there. All right, but with that, I'm going to say, Shalom, on to the next.